69% had wanted to be choked, quote unquote, very much. we've found high levels of pleasurable.
Did you enjoy being choked?
Yeah,
very much. Hey, do you want me to sit there and spit on you? Very much.
Yes. Oh boy. Because I was just watching, and she's been making the rounds, but Dr. Deborah So, one of the things she was saying about, or I don't know if this is in her book, in the Sextinction book, but it probably is. She was talking about the rise in popularity of choking during sex, right?
Absolutely.
And of course, she has to bring it back around and say, well, it's because of men, because men like to watch choking in pornography, and so the girls feel like they got to go and give it up to give the choking thing. And
even Harper's saying no. It's so obviously that this is wrong.
Have you seen those videos?
England just forbid it.
Have you seen those videos on like Instagram?
I know
the girl's running around and like the guy goes like this, and she goes out like up to. So here's the thing: the thing that gets me is like I don't have a doctorate. I'm not Dr. Rollo Tomasi, right? She's Dr. Deborah. So I would presume she already knows this, but she's not talking about this. But the thing is that I even have the stats right here. So sexual choking is surprisingly prevalent among young adults, with women reporting a greater desire to be choked.
Absurd. It's just absurd.
Yeah, but this was just forbidden in England.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I say, here's the next one. Okay. Pornography featuring violence against women is also extremely popular among women. It is by far more popular amongst women than it is with men. I hate saying that because misogynists are going to love this fact, because fantasy life isn't always politically correct. And then the last one is this is like this year, a new study interviewed 302 adults. Of those, more women enjoyed aggression in porn, aroused by portrayals of, and reported wanting to see more aggressions in pornography. Women, Dr. Deborah So, please, I love you. I'm not taking anything away from you, but react to me. Like, do your homework here, because I'm this manosphere guy. What the f do I know, right? I have access to the same information that you do. But the thing is women, what's the meme where it's like the car, what the rear view mirror or the side view mirror is like this close to the wall, and it's like how rough she likes it, and then the wall is like domestic violence. That's how close, right?
No, I usually say there's a time and place for everything. Like there's a time and place for the hair pulling, the choking, the slapping. That's could be
not if you live in England. Then
not in England, but I mean there's a time and place for everything.
No, but it's like when they talk about the sexual fantasies, like for women, I haven't done the studies, but very common fantasy is rape, RAPE. Doesn't mean that you want it, but like your fantasies, or maybe what you want to see in porn is maybe not, but to get off, I want to see it. Doesn't mean that that's what I want to happen in real life.
Well, one of the great, okay, so this is me talking. This is not the Red Pill talking. This is Rollo Tomasi saying this. Okay. I think one of the greatest things that has happened, I think, in the last 20 years, if a good thing has come out of this sort of mass production, like this ubiquitousness of pornography, is that Pornhub keeps tabs and keeps track of the sexual appetites and the sexual behaviors of all of its users. If you go on Pornhub and you search for something, it gets logged. And so every year, not on Pornhub itself, but on the blog that they have, like the research blog for Pornhub, they will give you all the stats of what, what's trending, what niche, what are people searching, and they'll do it by state. Like if you're in Nevada, it'll show you like what you're searching for in that particular state. Then it's country by country, and then they break it down by demographics of age, the time that people are watching. Then it's men and women. At least in the United States, it's something like 38 or 39% of their traffic comes from women in the United States. In the only place that it is more than men is the Philippines, and it is 64% versus whatever. More women in the Philippines watch Pornhub than men do. So when you see these kinds of, I think if something good comes out of this, at least we have the stats to say, well, here's what's going on. Here's what we're tracking. Never in the history of humanity have we been able to, with at least some quantitative, research methods, to figure out exactly what people are actually into, and then track it year by year by year.
Absolutely. That doctor you're referring to, what was she a doctor, like a psychiatrist?
She's a doctor of psychology from York University.
Yeah. Psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess where that comes into my brain is that when you talk about something as simple as, like, say the act of choking, for example, right? We're not restricting airflow. We are cutting off the blood circulation. Yeah. Exactly. So there's going to be that heady, like, arousal feeling. This is scientific to this point. This has nothing to do with like, a crazy fantasy of like CNC, anything like that. So that just kind of could lead into it. It's curious to me that people could become so defensive over things that scientifically it makes sense as to why arousal would occur.
Well, I think one of the reasons why it gets sort of like, and this is just one example of many, but like one of the reasons why there's always this sort of deference back to like, well, it's because men watch more and men want to see women get choked, and so therefore the women go, okay, choke me. Like that's not what is happening.
That wasn't even
Like,
introduced
yeah.
to me in my entire life except by a woman. I can't even, this is ridiculous. Like I don't care. The idea was like, oh man, this was great. You know, it'd be great me putting my hand on her neck. Like I didn't, never even occurred to me. It was a woman who asked me. I don't understand this concept, and I don't understand why we're not. The idea of choking is mostly a female issue. It's not a male issue. I don't grasp it.
No, but also it's interesting because they track this stuff on Pornhub. Like a lot of times people bring up like the violence in porn or like the hardcore being slapped, spit on, choked. It looks rough or something. But then you look, but look at the numbers. It's girl, it's MILF, stepmom. It's got nothing to do, but they always want to bring up that little thing. It's like, well, what about this? Did you really enjoy whatever? I'm like, yeah, like I asked for it.
They
Did we
called
say
it.
this is illegal somewhere? Wait, UK? Wait, where?
No, in the
UK.
UK, on their pornographic websites, they cannot show choking.
So
Oh, but
ask
wait,
London
Sweden
now.
forbid only
Yeah.
because they consider it's close to prostitution. That somebody that says that I want you to do this and this for me in a custom video. It's basically like me telling you what to do, so you can access only.
I'm sure if they were taking a cut on your taxes, they would totally be okay with it.
It's really strange that the probably next to Norway, the most egalitarian nation on planet Earth, got rid of only. That's really strange to me.
Yeah, the weird.
There we go.
This is part of that choking thing. It's like we found that 18.3% of participants had been choked by a partner and 16.0% had been choked by a partner at their most recent sexual event. Most participants, 92.7%, reported that being choked had been consensual, and 69% had wanted to be choked, quote unquote, very much. We found high levels of pleasurable sensations. Euphoria reported the most responses were being choked felt pleasurable sensations, yada yada. And then there's I'll paraphrase it here, that it's women are the ones that are initiating.
Did you
They're
enjoy
saying
being
basically,
choked?
Yeah, they will. This
Very
women
much.
want it very much.
Hey, what do you?
Yes.
Hey, do you want me to sit there and spit on you? Very much.
Yes. Oh boy.